Hello, I'm Helen Winter. I'm the product manager for GrantsNow, responsible for building products that customers will love. I'm doing the video today to ask Karen Gregory some questions about what the top needs are for institutions looking to use a pre-award system. Karen Gregory has been a higher education research administration specialist with a strong background in supporting development, configuration and delivery of solutions for Imperial College London. This includes expertise in building pre-award systems and post-awards integrations, Oracle grants. Hiya, Karen.
Hi, Helen.
I've got 3 questions for you today. So the first question I've got from you is, from your experience of working as a higher education research admin specialist, what were the challenges you faced?
Okay, there were many challenges. One of those was keeping track of applications over their life cycle, because there is quite a lot of process involved with them. Keeping track that the awards have been done and they've been applied to the post-award system is quite complex. Also, the introduction of FEC, full economic costing, actually gave us more problems because it's quite a complex calculation that you have to do. And there's many institutions that don't actually have pre-award systems where they're just using spreadsheets. So that becomes quite a problem, really. Also, there are funder rules that have to be applied to those costings for before it's actually submitted to the funder. So those rules need to be applied, and that can be quite difficult as well, and a very lengthy process. Once applications were completed, they needed to be approved by all different departments. When I first started at Imperial College, this was done via a form that was sent around to multiple departments, multiple department heads, faculty heads, and that was a real challenge. Obviously, forms got lost, and so workflow was needed really with the application, and a configurable workflow. Also, a lot of departments have ethics that need to be complied with. So that wasn't part of our system. So that was also quite a challenge, getting the ethics and compliance in line with the funder rules and with the college's rules. Also, I think another big challenge was double keying. So the system that we use needed to use HR data, finance data, and also to be able to put your award, once it was done, into Oracle grants, as it was at Imperial College. Now, we found that we could put the whole award in, but we couldn't actually put individual budget lines into it. So that caused a lot of problems as well. But they're sort of the main challenges that you'll face.
Okay, and what type of things, I know you mentioned a couple of them, but what are the key points you wish you could have done?
A lot of problems around configuration. So there are a lot of institutional and track requirements when doing pre-award. Every institution does things slightly differently. They use different terminology. So we wanted the system to reflect Imperial College. Unfortunately, not everything could be configured to what we wanted. So important changes, there was annual changes to pay scales, estates, among other things, changes that track make to their rules and regulations. And a lot of the time we had to rely on the software provider to do those changes for us. Another big one was the integrations to ERP, which I'd already mentioned. You know, where we couldn't actually input budget lines to be transferred directly from pre-award to post-award. So that would have been great. If we could have done that, that would have saved a lot of man hours. Okay.
And I understand you've spoken to several universities about the modern demands required for a pre-award system. As a result of this, what do you say are the top needs the GrantsNow product had to address?
There are many things. I mean, one of the biggest things and one of the most important things, I think, is integrations with whichever third-party systems you're using, be that Oracle or one of the many other systems out there. So you need your HR system to interact, your finance system to interact, and obviously then to be able to put your award into a post-award system. So integrations is really important to people. configuration, which I mentioned earlier, self-service configuration has come out as one of the big points when we've spoken to other institutions, so that they can use their own language and processes. Another one is ethics. Again, I touched on that earlier. Institution-specific forms for different types of ethics questionnaires is a big one as well. Different costing models is another one we've found. So we have full economic costing, which I've already mentioned, but also for Europe, you've got Horizon Europe, knowledge transfer. There's many different types of costing models. So they seem to want a very flexible costing engine that can be used for FEC and other costing models. Obviously, security is a huge issue because a lot of the information that's used for applications relates to salary data. So they want to ensure that, certain people can see the salary data, but others can't. Also, a one-stop system to incorporate due diligence with sponsors so that they can make sure that all the sponsors that are being chosen can be checked and they've been credit checked. Incorporation of contracts as well, so that once the award has been given,